We're making a last minute run at Costco. This is Vlogmas day 22. So we only have a few more days before Christmas and I need to pick up stuff to do some baking. Flour, butter, you know, stuff like that. And a gift for Jada and a gift for Joe. So Joe's waiting for me because he didn't want to see what I bought for him.
You're watching the Bare Pantry Show.
Look guys, we got a set of hats. We had a set of hats before. I think Joe, didn't you get one each and I got one each one time? You never had one? So I always had both, huh? The black and the gray. I don't know where I put the black. So I told Joe I want to buy them again because they're available at this time of the year at Costco. So he found them just now and I told him I want the black and he flipped out on me. He's all like, why do I got to get the gray? And I said, well, I'll keep these two. Listen, wait, listen to my solution. I'll keep these two and you could get that gray one that's home. What happened, Joe? Huh?
You want to give me the gray one? You want to tell me I'm old? I'm getting the gray.
I like the gray too, you know, but I wear more black. See, he ain't a full gray over there. That would suit you. Hmm? And we could share. What's wrong? Can't we share? I got some lipstick on my hand and I have no tissue to wipe it off with.
This girl favor you in there?
The girl favor me?
Yeah, he looks.
You gonna look nothing like me. You go blind. You think that girl favor me? You guys? You think that girl favor me? We don't even have the same smile. Today is December the 22nd, Vlogmas day 22. Yes! As of this recording, I think we're caught up with Vlogmas 21. Joe, Vlogmas, oh my God, did you guys see? Did you see Joe's Vlogmas 21, how that neighbor just ran over our trash bins? So let me tell you the story. What happened was about a year and a half ago, huh, Joe? It's been a while. He parked in front of our house for more than 72 hours. The rule is you cannot block the mailbox and you cannot park on any street here in Fontana for more than 72 hours. Even I can't do that in front of my own house. So that truck is so big it takes up all the space. We couldn't get into our mail. The mailman didn't leave the mail for days, right? What's up? I didn't want to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, I say if you want to park your own vehicle, you can't because and he got his own yard.
And we know the street is public. We know the street belongs to everybody and anybody. So that's not what we're trying to do. Like, oh, you can't park in front of my house because that's my house and I live in the suburbs. We're not trying to do that. We're trying to follow the rules. When I parked there, when my truck was broke down, this same truck, and I parked there for more than 72 hours, somebody called on me. Although, I think that was somebody else that had it in for us. We had parted ways with some people at the time, and I think it's one of them that did it. Because they know the rules, right? So I don't think it's any of the neighbors that did that. But he needed to move that truck. He has umpteen cars over there. He has a mobile home in his yard, which he's not allowed to have. Because it's only the people who've been there a certain amount of time, like way back in 1909, they can keep their mobile homes in their yard because they have a permit for that. He doesn't have a permit for that because he came just the other day.
Was it what, 3 years ago?
Yeah, that's when he moved there. And probably moved from LA, you know, and came here with that LA mentality. You better get rid of, when we moved out here, we had to get rid of our LA mentality, you know what I mean? So, I know he doesn't have a permit for that mobile home because they're not giving permits to people who just moved there the other day. People literally had to have had their mobile home like in the 1970s and the 1980s. And so because of the mobile home, he doesn't have enough space to park in his yard because most of the driveways only can fit 2 cars. My driveway can only fit 2 cars. We dug up a piece of the dirt going off to the right, and so we squeezed 3 cars side by side. Our house doesn't sit far enough back on our land for us to do like double stack for the cars, but some houses do on that. I think the 3 bedrooms, they're sitting more back on the land, so they have less backyard and they have a longer driveway so they can double stack cars, right? The cars are not long. We can't do that because our house sits more in the front and we have more backyard than they do. And so he can't park his truck, and he leaves. He parks it and he leaves. I think he goes and he drives a big rig or something. So he goes for weeks on end. Yeah, you can't do that. So he left the truck there This is 18 months ago. We called it in. He didn't get a ticket or nothing. They just called him up and go, hey, you can't leave it there for more than 72 hours. You got to either reverse it back a little bit or drive it forward a little bit, but move it out of that one location. And they will know if it's been there because cobwebs start to form after 24 hours. These stupid spiders, right? They sink us. So he sent his daughter to move it forward in front of the next neighbor, and poor thing, that neighbor has an old mom and she couldn't get in and out the car. She couldn't, man, they couldn't do nothing to fix it because those people are not gonna call, right? So then he didn't come confront us, nothing, yada yada. 18 months later, he put the truck in front of our house. He never put it there again, and he left it there overnight. I don't even think it was 24 hours, right?
Well, it just went overnight.
Overnight, no issue. Joe went and put the trash bins out because it was trash day. Joe didn't even get near his truck. The winds weren't blowing, so the winds didn't move the trash bins near his truck or anything. You saw that big space. He could have reversed. There was nothing behind him. He got in the truck and decided, well, I'm gonna F up your trash bins. What does that do to me? Nothing, right? So he didn't think. We have cameras in either north, south, east, and west on that house, so we could see all the way down to the cul-de-sac or whatever. We could see all the way out to the main street. We could have probably revved up the third camera and caught him driving off, but we were just seeing him driving off, right? So I'm like, what an a-hole. I put it b-hole on my thing, on my shorts. My shorts got like 3,000 views. Like, what a b-hole, a-hole, everything that you can think about.
They don't have no respect for those people, because I would never take my vehicle and park in front of his house. So what? That is...
That's rude. That's rude.
I don't mind that nobody park in front of my house. You can park there for overnight and maybe a couple of days. Just...
The only time I park front of people's house, Joe, is when I go to parties. Right. And if I see the homeowner like on the porch or something, I'll say, we're going right around the bend to that party. We'll be like 2 hours. We tell them. And they're like, it's cool. It's a public street. But just out of manners. So maybe they'll be nice enough to watch my car so nobody break in, right?
Yeah, I left a big truck in front of your house so you can't see.
You can't see the reverse.
And you not supposed to say nothing, and you can't park your own vehicle.
We're supposed to go to the police station to show that and get a incident number, you know. Yeah. Because if he F's with us, we can have that incident number to show the police that we came in and told you we had trouble with this a-hole. We could stop there right now if you want to. We could stop there right now if you want to, because they're not open on the weekends. Yeah, we might go to the police station and go ahead. Huh?
Yeah, you can stop right.
Yeah, we could stop. We have to stop today because they don't open on the weekends. The police department doesn't open on the weekends, but they're still policing. And what you do is you call the regular police number if it's not an emergency, the regular, you know, number for that area, and then they'll come out to your house and they'll take a statement and give an incident number and stuff. But rather than have them do that, we could just pop right in and just show them the video and go, this is what this fool did. And we just want an incident number on this, because if he comes back for us, we're going to defend ourselves with everything that we have within us. And you have to know already. Hold on. This is the karate studio that we were talking about. I don't know if it's a karate studio any longer.
I don't think so.
That's where Joe and Joshua used to go for Shotokan. So Joe, Diane in Chicago said that a sensei is just a teacher, which we know that. But because it's just a teacher, you could have more than one sensei in a dojo. But I don't think so. I think the assistant sensei is called something else. And you can only have one jefe. Let's look this up on the Googles. It says a dojo or a dojang is like a home with the father and the children. You can no more have 2 instructors in the same school than you can have 2 fathers in the same house. So there's only one sensei. I think it's closed on. Oh, it's open. One sensei, which is the teacher, the master teacher, and then he does have assistants that have a different name. Like, you know, I'm gonna say the vice sensei, but I don't think that's the thing. It's like a senpai or something, and that person also teaches, but only one jefe. You hear me, Joe? One jefe. All right, we at the police station. Let's go in. Let's go in. I'm trying not to put this phone by my ear because I don't want to get sick. It's definitely not by my mouth. But they are not open Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you have to use this phone. I already told them it's not an emergency, and they said they'll be right with you. But I don't know if that's on the phone they'll be right with me, or if they're going to come to the door. But the phone keeps going boop, 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 boop. So I'm waiting to see if they're going to come back on the phone. Okay? So that's what happened.
That's what.
So they don't open Friday, Saturday, Sunday like I just told you guys by that nasty phone. Joe went and got some sanitizer. We sanitized that phone. They said we could wait there for them to come and take a report, or we could go home and they could come to the house. So at first we were gonna wait, but then she said it could take as much as 10 minutes or as much as hours depending on what emergency happens in between and by the order of priority and who called first and yada yada. So I told her to just let them come to the house whenever they get a moment. It's not an emergency, and honestly we're just doing this for our own legal protection, because if that man comes in, because we're not gonna mess with him, so if he comes and he messes with us, we're gonna have an incident report to show the police that we've had issues with him and he was the aggressor at first. So we always have to make sure that legally we put things in place to defend ourselves legally, right? If something should happen, because if he comes at us, it's not gonna end well for him. Just saying. So we're gonna go home now, and I'm gonna pin my hair back, make lunch first, then I have to make a couple of cakes, and then after that I'm sitting down in my little cubby and editing. Right, Joe? About 40 minutes after I got home, an officer came to the door, and all I had to do was tell him the story again. I already had my incident number from speaking to the dispatcher when I was in front of the police station. They texted me that information right after I left, and that's all I need for my records to show that I did make a report about what happened. The officer told me to call them back again if anything pops off. In the meantime, contact the trash company to have them replace the blue trash bin because the lid on that is damaged. He thinks that Burtech, the trash company, is gonna send that guy a bill for that blue trash bin, especially that we have the video. I don't think anything's gonna happen, but we're just gonna keep an eye on that dude, because that was really weird for him to just come out there with all that rage and just decide I'm gonna use my big truck to just run over these trash bins because I'm mad at who? Us? From 18 months ago? Imagine if we were on the sidewalk or out there in the street, what wouldn't he want to do to us, right? I don't trust these people. So I spent the afternoon, after the cop left, I spent the entire afternoon making 2 cakes. I made a 2-layered carrot cake, 8x2. It's gonna be frosted with buttercream frosting. I can't put cream cheese frosting on it because the person's not gonna pick up that cake till Sunday, and I don't have anywhere to put that cake in my fridge. You know, so cream cheese frosting means it has to go in the fridge. I have no fridge space because it's Christmas, and I have to go ahead and make my own food and make my own desserts, right? Then the other cake that I made was a 7-pound bundt cake, and that came out really, really good. I had leftover batter that I made like a little flat bundt cake in my other small bundt pan, and I could cut it and see how the inside looks, so I know the big cake came out good. Because that's the thing about making cake for people, is that you can't cut it to see if it came out good. You can just trust that that toothpick inserted came out clean, so then that cake is good, right? So yeah, that person's not gonna pick up that cake until Sunday, and I really don't have any space to put anything in my fridge, so I'm glad that pound cake don't need to be in the fridge. So that's what I did all afternoon. So it kind of stirred up my little back pain that I was already getting rid of. So I've been doing some stretches for that. So what I do is when I sit here on the couch, I just like kind of cross my left leg over the right one and just kind of rock, you know, and that's been helping a whole lot. It's not burning going down the side of my leg anymore. It still grabs me down here in this like shin bone, you know, off to the side. But I can tell that it's getting better. Whatever was happening is improving because I'm changing my posture. I'm getting up more instead of just sitting, editing. The exercises I've done all week has helped, you know, so I'm feeling great on December the 22nd, 2023, Vlogmas 2023. Today is my grandaunt, one of my grandmother's sister's birthday. She died in 2008 at age 84. I wanted to check the phone to see. Now her story is interesting because she got cancer. Oh, I'm hot. She got cancer at age 65, and it was stage 4 ovarian. My mom had stage 4 uterine, and she came to America for treatment, and they wanted to give her 6 rounds of chemo, and she could only tolerate 3 or 4 rounds. She couldn't take it. She was like, I'm going home and I'm just gonna give up. And so she went home, and I heard somebody mix some kind of herbs and elixir and stuff for her and gave it to her. And she took it for a while and she lived to be 84. That's what I had hoped for my mom. When my mom got it at 65, same age, 65. This is a friend, hold on. I'll call them back. Yeah, when my mom got it at 65, I thought it was going to go the same way where she was going to get well into her 80s, but it didn't happen. She was gone by 69. But she had 3 good years. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on Vlogmas Day 23. Bye. Flour, sugar, butter, eggs. Everything's supposed to be a pound.
Salt, a pound of salt.
I take it back. It's not everything that's a pound, but I guess those 4 main ingredients. So it came out really, really good. This is the you know how you have like leftover butter? I didn't want it to run over. So see how it looks? Came out really good.
Tastes good, people.
Smell good too.
This is the death